Hello and welcome back to the Hall of Termination and Bloodstained Randomizer on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we'll be finishing the game as we are effectively ready. All we got to do is go and defeat Gebel because, again, the seed that Cloud gave me was specifically a defeat Gebel seed, so...
Oh, is it boss time already?
Almost.
Titania.
All we got to do is make it up to Gebel's room, and then we will be ready to take him down.
AskJeebs.com.
Oh, except it wouldn't be Ask Jeebs. It would be Ask Orlock, because he's the librarian.
Huh. I can stand on it.
Yes, it is a chariot after all.
Well, you would think that it would be like a trap chariot because you're not the rider. You are an eliminated man.
The issue with that is that several the tri-wheel Buer and the Buer chariot mobs in this game are technically a reference to the Bonarch mob from Dawn of Sorrow. Let's see, what did we get? We got Directed Shield, the most broken fucking directional spell in the entire game.
Sweet.
Directed Shield has the ability to block almost literally every type of attack and damage element in the entire game if you're using it correctly. It is absurd how powerful the damn thing is.
Stupid swords. Well, so we have just acquired an 11th hour superpower. Wonderful.
And we got rank 2 of that 11th hour superpower. Unfortunately, it's not one that I will be showing off because I don't need to show it off for the final boss fight, simply because the final boss fight is unremarkable. It's my big issue with the Gebel fight, to be perfectly honest. The Gebel fight itself is really goddamn easy.
So it's the B ending?
Yes, we are getting the bad ending because, that's what the seed calls for. The seed calls for us to defeat Gebel, so that's what we're going to do.
Well, looks like you'll just have to replay the game.
Yes, with another seed that actually is, defeat all evil or defeat true evil. I feel the need to remind people that that as of this recording, there was a patch that specifically made the randomizer slightly better. We now have less soft lock seeds, but at the same point, it's still not perfect. We're still getting some soft lock seeds. We're just getting less of them.
Right. That they have acknowledged that too many people actually have come to dead ends during these playthroughs. As we said, this ends now.
Let's see, what do we get from Blumbringer? Vaisha, which is one of the ice spells.
Man, so this character, Miriam, right here, has been stabbed at least like 53 times with a large object right through the heart. And you can hear how much the initial impact had caused some discomfort. Just like that.
We got Acid Jet. Acid Jet, sadly, is not actually all that good of a directional shard. It's interesting, certainly, and it's one of the few ways that Miriam has the ability to cast poison on bosses, and poison on bosses is actually really fucking effective. At the very least, on Bloodless, it's effective. I don't know how effective it is on other enemies, but it's very effective on Bloodless specifically.
Nah.
Oh, we're just going up through here in order to check on this chest that's over here.
I'm swinging my boomerax. Here it comes, and here it comes.
I wish I could have gotten the throwing axe shard, because the throwing axe shard is actually my favorite shard in the game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do
all of the things better than you. Make sure to hit this switch if you're playing normally, because that opens up 2 different doors, actually. It opens up a door in the Danchek Cathedral in the upper portions, as well as this door over here.
Nice.
But now, we are officially approaching boss time. Here's the save room for boss time.
The Hall of Termination. It's called the Hall of Termination because the game's ending.
Yep.
Well, it's about... There are a couple games that do that. there are some games that will just tell you, final fight. Just to say, hey, there's nothing else after this, so enjoy it.
And I wanted to show this off up here so I can explain this a little bit, but I don't think
hidden ceilings.
I don't think I actually go up there to show off what's up there.
Developer photographs.
No, I do not. Okay, so what actually is up there is really awesome. That is where they put the 8-bit Nightmare 8-bit Nightmare mini zone. The 8-bit Nightmare mini zone is actually a significant challenge for if you're at this level, specifically because, well, you're not supposed to be clearing that until about level 30, somewhere between 30 and 50. Okay, we are actually going to show off at least this area. Legendary equipment recipe. Woot.
It's the angry sword.
And another potion. All right, but yeah, that bookcase right there, that is where the 8-bit Nightmare transition is. Kill the Bloodbringer, trying to get some more experience to attempt to force a level up before we go fight Gebel.
It is some of these death rattles are so funny. Like, they're fine. They respawn as soon as you go back in the room.
yes, they do. No, this is me being a bit over. Well, no, actually, this is me getting the additional stuff that's in here, because there's actually stuff in this room like this.
Bet you weren't expecting a break in the staircase.
Depends on how familiar with Castlevania you are, because I believe Curse of Darkness specifically has a break in its staircase up to Dracula. And a majority of the Castlevania games actually have the reference where there is at least a secret room above Dracula's room. So we're gonna go back out to go save. Then we will go and fight Gebel. Also, we're gonna head back out to see if we can go buy some more food, because I would like to have some food for this fight. Not because it's a difficult fight, mind you. It's not. Gebel is arguably the easiest of all the boss fights in the game. Like, his only competition for easiest boss fight is Kraftwerk, honestly. Even Zang 1 and Veppa are harder fights than he is.
As long as you're prepared for it.
No, you don't need any significant preparation for Gebel, to be perfectly honest. Pretty much any build that you throw at Gebel is likely to work.
Disappointing final bosses. Well, let me think. Well, Borderlands definitely takes the case for worst final boss in my opinion. Mostly, but not because the boss was like not scaled correctly to the difficulty, but because it was mostly unwelcome. It was another weird
now, are you
final
referring
boss
to Borderlands
situation.
1 or Borderlands 2?
Borderlands 1. Borderlands 2 had a much more satisfying boss encounter.
Okay.
Yeah, what else comes to mind?
The truth about your slumber, Miriam. As I suspected.
I mean, Resident Evil 4's final boss wasn't exactly the most difficult enterprise in the world either. It's a slow.
It was mostly about surviving until
crap.
Ada throws you the rocket launcher.
Use this.
Why me then?
Because you were the most attuned.
Tonkatsu said the same thing.
To put it a different way, if all the crystal of all the shardbinders had been brought together to create one big catalyst.
Yeah, this is where we learned that Miriam's carrying around a majority of the demonic power.
Oh, of course. We've been getting whacked and modified and augmented with it the entire game.
As in before we showed up to the castle, we had about half the demonic power that was on Earth in Miriam.
Granted, even half the shardbinders' power caused unthinkable tragedy.
So you see, everything that is bad that has happened in this game is all your fault. You stupid.
Well, it's not
stupid
Miriam's
twat.
fault. It's the Alchemist Guild's fault. The Alchemist Guild decided to summon the Hell Castle in order to reaffirm their political power, their political position, and assert their power over the Holy Church. It didn't work though, because they accidentally summoned Grimmery, who decided that, hey, you're humans, fuck you.
Yeah. Whack.
All right. Any foods? No, well, we're finishing off, capping off our high potion. And actually, it doesn't look like we didn't randomize shops this time. Okay. We randomized crafting, but not shops. Honestly, randomizing shops is a big gamble for me because it has a really high chance of getting rid of Waystone. And Waystone is an item that I pretty much am required to have for my randomizers.
Summon Gearmund.
Yay! I think that puts our summon Garamond up to rank 5, which means that he should be doing pretty good damage if we bother to use it for this fight, which
nice.
we might. Hey, there's Burke playing Rocket League. Hi, Burke.
Rocket League is fun.
Rocket League is fun, but I'm absolutely terrible at it, so I don't play it.
Away.
Yes,
Come on.
away.
Don't you want to see what's in the bookcase?
No, we're not going to go do 8-Bit Nightmare. 8-Bit Nightmare is very difficult, especially with the final boss at the end.
Oh.
And yeah, we are.
Up the
We're
stairs
just
we
gonna go fight Gebel instead.
All right, and on to the final stairway.
Hey, Gebel.
Whoa! I am a bad guy. I'm going to punch you in the face.
So yeah, a majority of Gebel's fight, what he's going to do is he's going to attempt to hit us with various elemental spells. He's got the semi-classic Dracula Fireball. He's got the barrage of ice shards, and he also has the relatively nice standing thunderbolt. That is his most dangerous attack, his grapple, where he will dive at you and then throw you at the opposing wall.
Now, is that wall supposed to be hiding something?
No, that wall is not hiding something. That matter of fact, that grapple effect will fade shortly. See?
Oh. That's funny. Because I could totally see people going like, oh, the answer, it's behind this wall. Manju. He's using arcane forces and magic. Very Twin Rover.
I wish I had the gauge glasses on right now so I could tell how close we are. That is Summon Hellhound. That is the most powerful conjure shard in the entire game. I'm glad that they get to show off that he's got it. I don't actually know what the Abyss Orb is. I think that's actually Falciu, but I'm not entirely sure.
Suffering Storm.
And
watch out for the summon.
He is down.
Does the Summon Hellhound only occur in the middle of the screen?
Yes, Summon Hellhound is he can only summon Hellhound in the middle. And there we go. We got 28% of the map complete.
Jesus. All right, and you've done it. Well done. No, we've yeah.
And that is the end.
Okay.
No, Defeat Gebel doesn't even get a credit sequence. Join us next time for our next playthrough of something different.
Yes.
I think
something not randomized, maybe.
Probably not. Be safe, everybody.